Hello, my friends, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Let's talk about if Roman Reigns is truly overrated. But before we answer that question, let me drop you this absolute gem of a quote from Roman Reigns via ESPN about discipline and repetition and really about being great. This is what Roman Reigns had to say. The curse of discipline is that every day looks the same. The curse of indiscipline is that every year does. The repetition you're avoiding is the only cure for the repetition you're in. That's from Roman Reigns via ESPN about repetition and discipline and really just being the best version of you. And that's what Roman Reigns tries to do and tries to bring to the table every single day, especially when he's on WWE television. Now, let's talk about the question at hand. Is Roman Reigns overrated? Now, this came from the 83 Weeks podcast where they absolutely snapped on Roman Reigns. Here are some of the quotes from that episode. It's with Eric Bischoff, 83 Weeks podcast. Quote number 1, I think Roman Reigns is the most overrated main eventer in WWE history. Quote number 2, Roman Reigns is what music would call an industry plant. Quote number 3, when people talk about their favorite match, how many people list a Roman match? He's Goldberg. If Goldberg worked more than 10 minutes. That is what the 83 Weeks podcast said about Roman Reigns, and they couldn't be more off. This is some of the stupidest shit I have ever heard in my fucking life. They're so obsessed with hating Roman Reigns that they just forget how good he is. Right? One of the comments on this post says this: they desperately want their little indie guys to be top guys. Sorry, bruh. Roman brings the money. They talk about being the best in the world. Who's the best in the world? Well, Roman actually moves tickets. When he shows up on Monday Night Raw, when he shows up on PLEs, he moves merchandise and he moves tickets. Everybody knows that. So how can he be an industry plant if people actually want to see him? And one person also said, I couldn't tell you my favorite Steve Austin or Rock match either, but they were over. And then another person said this: one of the silliest things ever said on 83 Weeks. I completely disagree with all of this. Industry plant, it's predetermined entertainment. So who isn't an industry plant? That makes no sense. Roman Reigns hasn't had a bad match in a very, very long time, and even that's arguable. He's also had a big fight feel. I'm surprised that something so absurd has been said honestly by people who usually make, good opinions. Goldberg was the hottest thing in 1998, next to Austin and NWO. Roman has never been the hottest thing in any year. Well, that's not true. That guy didn't know what he was talking about. Now, okay, let's go through some of these claims. Roman Reigns is the most overrated main eventer in WWE history. This is just not accurate. Now, Roman Reigns may have been pushed. Of course, he's a predetermined sport. They have to push someone. Was Roman Reigns not as good during his early main event WrestleMania days? Of course. Did he need work to do? Was he bad on the microphone? Yes. Did he become great? Did he carry the company for 4 years? Was the Bloodline story one of the best stories of all time? Did he become the longest reigning champion of all time? Yes. There is no overrated when it comes to Roman Reigns. I actually think he might be underrated because people see so much of his previous self where he wasn't as good as in the ring, where he wasn't as good on the microphone, and they can't see the new and improved best version of himself that he is today, right now. And so I actually think he might be underrated. When it's all said and done, Roman Reigns is going to be on the Mount Rushmore of WWE. He is an absolutely top star. And if you say when Roman Reigns walks out the curtain for Monday Night Raw or for a PLE and the complete aura of the stadium or the arena doesn't change, then you're just fucking lying to yourselves. You just want to hate Roman Reigns because it's cool and it's trendy and it might get someone like me to react to your bullshit statements. He's not overrated. He might actually be underrated. Roman Reigns is what music would call an industry plant. Fuck off. That's stupid. Just like the guy commented. Everything is predetermined in WWE. Of course, there's some organic moments that happen in the flow of things. Fans react to this more than they thought. Stone Cold Steve Austin sort of 316 moment. Yes, there are things that organically happen. But of course, WWE is placing people in a spot because they think they're going to be great. That's not an industry plan. That's Roman Reigns being selected as the next guy to take over after John Cena leaves, and he's done a fantastic job. That's not an industry plan. It's a stupid way to phrase that for people who know the business really, really well on the 83 Weeks podcast. Yeah, when people talk about their favorite match, how many people list? I don't know. I don't list a Roman Reigns match. I don't think that disqualifies or qualifies anyone from thinking about how overrated or underrated Roman Reigns is. Roman Reigns hasn't had a bad match in a very long time. He had the match of the weekend at WrestleMania recently with CM Punk. He had the match of the weekend at SummerSlam with Seth Rollins. These are two of the best matches we've seen in a long time from anyone. And Roman Reigns hasn't had a bad match in a long time. Roman Reigns had a great match with Logan Paul. Roman Reigns has even had a great match with Jey Uso, who hasn't had a good big match in his entire fucking life. So, yes, I guarantee you there are tons and tons of wrestling fans over the last 7 years where their favorite moment is from Roman Reigns, where their favorite match is from Roman Reigns. This is just a stupid statement. It's not intelligent. Make podcast equipment more expensive. That's what we should do. And then last, he's Goldberg. If Goldberg worked more than 10 minutes, why can't he be Goldberg? I despise Goldberg. I despise his in-ring ability. I think he's lame as a professional wrestler. Goldberg outside as a real human being, fantastic, awesome, love him. But with that said, it's undeniable that Goldberg was literally the biggest attraction in professional wrestling for a couple years. So why is it a bad thing to be Goldberg? Even though Roman Reigns is a better worker, better wrestler, better talker, and has had more longevity, Goldberg was literally the hottest thing in professional wrestling. Now, I think, again, Roman Reigns has far exceeded Goldberg in every metric known to man, but I don't understand the comparison to Goldberg and having that be used as some sort of, diss or something like that on Roman Reigns. Goldberg is still wanted now to this very day. He just retired from Gunther. But Roman Reigns is better. So is Roman Reigns overrated? Absolutely not. In my opinion, he might actually be underrated. And this is one of the worst, silliest, stupidest takes I've seen from any podcast on any wrestling platform in the history of wrestling takes. So that's what I think about the 83 Weeks podcast. They snapped on Roman Reigns simply for clicks. Simply for clicks. And they got it. They got the clicks because I'm reacting to it right now. But I think Roman Reigns, when it's all said and done, is going to be one of the best to ever do it. And that's just the fact. That is what it is. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.